Hello everyone, my name is Chris. Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I edit my videos for free. And yeah, it's a very highly requested video, so I thought today I would make this video for you guys. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and without further ado, let's get straight on to it. So this is the editor I use. It's called Shotcut, and it's free, it's amazing. I highly recommend you guys go download it. I have it linked in the description. It's a great editor. There's no watermarks or anything like that, and it's just a great free editor. When you open it up, this is what you're going to be greeted with. It's going to say new project. So all you're going to do is type in your project name. So I'm just going to call this YT Vid1, I don't know, something. Don't judge on the name, guys. But yeah, so once you click start, that's going to go away, and you're just going to be greeted with the left with. So first thing I'm going to direct your guys' attention to is these 4 little tabs down here. Actually, I'm going to direct you just to one at the moment. That is the playlist, because the first thing you need to do when you want to edit a video is gather together all the footage that you want to edit and put it into the playlist, as you guys can see right here. So I'm just going to open up my folders real quick. It's on my other monitor, by the way, that's why you can't see it. So I'm just going to go ahead and drag some gameplay from my folder onto the timeline.
I love this game, guys.
So as you guys can see right there, I've got the gameplay there, and I'm also going to add an intro as well, because why not? There we go. So then I have my 2 clips which I want to use, which is my intro and my gameplay. So after you've got that, basically what you're going to do is you're going to want to drag them all and arrange your clips and edit them on the timeline, which is down here. So I'll just drag and drop this intro. As you guys can see right there, as soon as I drag it, it's here. And this is basically, the timeline is basically where you construct your video. So yeah, so drag your clips you want to use from your playlist. I'm going to drag the gameplay after the intro, as you guys can see. And I'm just going to move this along. Scroll along here, and as you guys can see, there are the 2 clips. Now this little yellow, brownish, whatever it is bit, this is literally a blank screen. So what you're going to do is right click and click remove, and boom, that gets rid of it. So then we have a nice smooth transition and no like blank screens. So yeah, so after that, what should I? Yeah, so basically after you've done that, you're gonna want to like shorten your clips, you know, get rid of all the bits which are boring and all that sort of stuff. So how you do that is simple. So if you want to crop a clip, so like the end bit, all you can do is scroll right to the end of the clip and just hover over the end of it, and then just drag it like that. Pardon me. Simple as that. You can shorten it, etc. I know you can get it right and stuff. And yes, you just drag and so you can just yeah, so you can just crop off ends of clips that way. But if you want to remove bits that are actually in the clip, so like all this bit here and etc., you know, say I don't want this bit here, like this is all boring, I'm going to click S, and that's basically just going to like split as playhead, so it's literally going to cut it basically. So then after, what I can do is then I can drag this over to here, and I can click S again, and then I have this little clip bit here, so I can click on this and then I can remove it, and you can just keep doing that, you know, get rid of all the bits that you don't like. And yeah, so that's a really useful tool, because you know, you don't want to bore your viewers with just, you know, random stuff which isn't entertaining, so you want to cut out all those bits that aren't entertaining. So yeah, that's how you do that. And yes, that's pretty much the basics for just like cropping your videos and, you know, kind of constructing the video, like but of course there's much more you can do. So if we come over here, there's something called filters. Basically filters are basically just like little, you know, they're filters, they're effects you can have to your video, so you can zoom in, you can do all that sort of stuff. There's lots you can do with filters. Now if I actually click on the little bit, so I can click on a bit of a video, and then I click filters, I click the plus, there are tons of filters I can add to it. So if I go to video here, or audio, depending on which one I want to apply a filter to, there's tons of filters. There's blur, brightness, chroma key, and stuff like that. And of course I cannot go over all of these because there's simply too many. I mean, look at them. There's loads. But you know, you can just experiment with these. There's absolutely loads. They all do different things. You can probably work out what most of them do just by looking at the titles. Some things aren't quite so obvious, like chroma key and stuff like that. But yeah, have an experiment. Obviously, yeah, and you know, there's just a ton of filters which you can use. So for an example, I want to fade in this video. So the start of my video here, I want to fade in. So I'm on the filters. So I'm gonna find fade in video, which is a filter, and then there we go. We can see it's sort of like got a little fade thing there. And if we play the video,
I love this game, guys.
as you can see, it fades in. And yeah, so that's pretty much what filters do. Of course, like I said, there's loads more things you can do with filters. And yeah, so the next thing is going to be to add different tracks, is it called? Yeah, tracks. So if you want to add music, or if you want to, I don't know, add like an overlay. So like, for example, what you do is you're going to right click here, and you're going to click add video track or audio track. Now, of course, an audio track is going to be audio, obviously. And yeah, so if you want to add music, obviously click audio track. I'm basically going to have another track here. So I don't actually have any music prepared. Oh yeah, actually I do. It's Ear Rape though. So then again, your music, before you drag it onto timeline, you have to have it in the playlist. I'm just going to drag it in over there. Here's my music. It's not proper music, okay? It's just an Ear Rape. Basically what we can do is we can drag it down here to the audio track, and we have some audio. Yeah, I told you it was Ear Rape. But yeah, so of course use actual music and stuff, and you can rearrange. It's just the same as the video track. You can crop it out, blah blah blah, add all sorts of audio effects that you like. And yeah, so you can also add other video tracks. So if you want to have like an overlay, say of like, I know, you know, like them subscribe buttons you get, or like any overlay effects, I don't know, like a sticker on I don't know, on the screen, then you can add another video track, and then you can add in that sort of stuff. Yeah, so that's how that works. But yeah, so that's pretty much the basics of Shotcut. I know I couldn't go into a ton of detail. You know, I didn't want to make this video super long and boring and go into like all the little bits because there's simply too many. But yeah, that's pretty much the basics. I guess the next thing to talk about is how to export your file. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to click export, then you want to click advanced, and basically you're going to have this screen. So what you're going to do is first of all, the resolution, we're going to buff that up to a 1920 by 1080. I recommend putting in that at the minimum. And the frame rate, I usually buff that up to 60. You know, so I usually buff that up there. Of course, it depends, you know, what sort of resolutions you had, depending on the footage you recorded and all the etc. But yeah, and then you're going to click here, and I usually buff the quality up to about 70 or 80%. So yeah, I buff that up, and then I go back into video, and you just want to make sure that the format here is MP4 because YouTube accepts MP4 files. So you want to make sure that's MP4. Then after you've got everything, click export file. And actually, before I do that, I'm just going to crop this because it's going to take absolutely ages to export if I have the video too long. So there we go. I have a nice short video. Click export file. Choose where you want it to go. I'm just going to click save. And it's going to pop up here. As you guys can see right here, it's just going to export there. And then once that's done, which will be any second now, because so basically guys, after that's done, it will pop up like this, and there's your video. It's been exported. It will be saved in your folder, wherever you saved it, so you can go in there, go and watch it. And yeah, so that's pretty much how you edit videos on Shotcut. If you guys would like me to, make another video going into more detail about the filters or anything in particular, then be sure to comment that down below. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful. Be sure to smash that like button, and of course subscribe, turn on push notifications if you haven't already. And yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed and found this tutorial helpful. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.